Hi guys. Right, I'm making this video because I looked for a video like this before and I couldn't find one. It's basically a video for anyone who's just found out they have herpes. I just found out I had herpes 2 months ago and my doctor didn't tell me anything. And I've heard this can be common, that doctors don't really want to discuss it with you or anything. Here I am, I'm gonna do it. Right, so basically it's a virus. You're going to have it for the rest of your life. You won't hurt all the time. There's type 1 and type 2 herpes. If you're at the doctor's, then I imagine you probably, have it down there. But you can still have either type 1 or type 2. You may or may not know that. Cold sores around the lips is herpes. It's usually type 1 herpes if it's up here, and type 2 if it's down there. Like, the virus prefers to live in different places of your body. The type 2 virus prefers to live at the bottom of your spine, and the type 1 virus prefers to live in some of the nerves near your ear. And when I say live, it's because it sort of resides in your body forever, but it only comes out at certain times. But anyway, so type 1 is the one that prefers to live up here and come out here, and type 2 prefers to live at the bottom of your spine, prefers to come out there. But you can get either type in either place. So, for example, I've got type 1, but it's down there, which basically means that I've contracted it from oral sex. So yes, you can basically have herpes even if you're a virgin. You can get type 2 up here, but it will still come out as cold sores. The way herpes manifests itself down there is like swelling, soreness, and itchy. Well, mine weren't itchy, but sore little lumps, bumps, sort of thing, spots. My boyfriend also has it. We both found out we had it at the same time. And it wasn't swelling, just the spots and a soreness. My first flare up, because that's what you call it, was about 10 days. I would say the first couple of days it was just coming on, and then the rest of it was agony. So don't worry if you're in agony at the moment, it will end. Also, the initial flare up is going to be the most painful, and after that, apparently it'll never be as bad again, which is comforting if you had a flare up as bad as mine. How often you have symptoms depends on your immune system and your body. A way to try and keep the flare-ups down is you can try and just be healthy and lead a healthy lifestyle, because obviously if you've got a good immune system, then you're going to have less flare-ups. Some people, apparently for the first few years, you might get them every 6 to 18 months, but then after, I think, 3 or 4 years, then you might not get them, like, hardly ever, or at all. Some people don't have any after the initial one. Right, something I'm doing to try and have a good immune system is I'm taking these vitamin C tablets and zinc tablets, because zinc and vitamin C are meant to help maintain your immune system. Unfortunately, I've got sort of a really bad immune system, just as it is, like always have done. So it's quite important for me to take those. But for you, just healthy eating should do it, really. That I found out is meant to be bad and bring up flare-ups, which is something called arginine. Arginine is found in various foods. So it's suggested that if you don't want flare-ups, if you want them as rarely as possible, to avoid caffeine, chocolate, and nuts as the main things, and also oats, and there's quite a few others. If you go on the internet and search up foods that contain arginine, you'll find quite a lot of lists on various sort of herpes websites and stuff. The thing is, though, you do need arginine. so you just don't have it in excess. As far as passing on herpes goes, you should, if you weren't before, which clearly you probably weren't, you should use protection with everyone from now on. If you're with a partner who seems to not have any symptoms, then start using protection because they might not have caught it. It's possible to not pass it on when you don't have symptoms, but if you care about the person you're sleeping with, then obviously you'll want to use protection just in case. And unless they've already got it, like in my situation. Obviously, when you're getting pregnant, you don't use protection. This can be fine. Like, the chances of that person catching it off you at that time are very low, as long as you don't have any symptoms at the time. If you're not showing symptoms, because you catch it from the sores. This is why, as well, when you go for a sexual health screening, herpes will not show up from blood tests, urine tests, swabs and things, unless you've got sores at the time. You might have heard that you can pass it on via birth. That is possible, but it's mostly only possible if you have a flare-up before, like while you're giving birth, that you actually have sores at the time. So as long as you don't, then you're fine. And also doctors know about this, and they will give you a cesarean to in order to like make that not happen, so you don't have to pass it on via birth. It's going to be perfectly possible for you to live a normal life. I felt very depressed when I found out I had it, obviously just because I knew that this is going to be a lifelong condition. And also because there's a lot of stigma around the world, herpes. I've heard so many jokes about herpes since I contracted it, and it is a bit like, it does hurt. You can live normally. If you have any questions, then I will actually read the comments and answer them. I don't usually read comments on my videos, but I will do with this one. So if you have any questions, then just ask me and I'll try and help you. I'm not trying to claim to be some kind of expert. It's just that obviously I know more now than I did the day I found out, so I'm just trying to help anyone who's just found out. Okay, hope that was helpful in some way. I know it would have been helpful to me when I first found out.